looking. And yes, we'll let the seat back down to the toilet after we use your restroom. Oh, wow. Going right to the first heat. All right.
It's almost time.
We'll hand it back over to Funny Boy, LJ, Little Joel Mearns, the famed rooftop shuffler, a.k.a. the Amish Rabbi.
There we go. All right. So some track prep still going on right now here at the Speedway. Of course, throwing a little bit of water down. They're going to pack it in, and then, of course, we'll get underway. 3 heat races, 3 qualifying events, 6 cars to qualify out of each, and then we will have a last chance qualifier where, if my math is correct, we'll take 6 more out of that. 34 cars have signed in this afternoon. Some of the best Northeast street stock racing drivers are here at the beautiful Orange County Fair Speedway. 2025 Eastern States weekend. I believe this is the 64th running of Eastern States. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Nobody's listening.
Just like your age. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
minus a month or 2.
All right.
So for as long as I can remember, full fender, it's always been a full fender frenzy here Sunday afternoon, whether it be pro stock, street stocks. Always been a big part of Eastern States weekend. And so we are Saturday night junk racers, and we appreciate every bit of the support that we get throughout our racing careers, and some of us, and this is what the ingenuity of auto racing is still alive with the street stocks, trying to make it do something it's not supposed to do. 30-40-year-old pieces of metal, and that's what I love about it. It's what racing was all about, making it do things that it wasn't supposed to do. So again, let's thank some of our great sponsors here this afternoon for the street stocks: Bulldog Concrete, Crackers Motorsports, Sharon Toy, Big Mama Motorsports, always a friend to us here in the full fender division. Jay's Pool Service, Jay Silvernair Motorsports, myself, East Coast Speed, and of course our very own Mr. Rick Ryder. We see him right down there on Pit Road. Looks like the big giant cotton candy right there. Thank you, Rick. Some extra money from Mr. Rick. 570 Detail Pros, LLC. We appreciate you guys. In memory of Rusty Creedon, we miss you, Dad. Good luck to all drivers from race director, Mr. Kenny Reed. Carl is what I like to call him. If anybody's ever watched the movie Sling Blade, not talk that way, you're just a boy. So good luck to all drivers. Niagara Service Center. Jeffrey Little, Equitable Advisors, and Dan Marazzita. I think I said that correctly in memory of Dan Marazzita. I appreciate all the support that the full fender division has gotten. And it looks like we are getting pretty close to rolling out that first heat. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Street stock heat race number 1, 6 cars to qualify. Hang on to the edge of your seat because these guys are 135 miles an hour plus. If you believe that, I'll tell you another. Here's your starting lineup. 12 cars to answer the call. Starting in spot number 12, it's the 171 of Walter Henry III. To the inside, spot number 11, the 11P of Austin Plass. Starting in spot number 10, the 16, that's James Wemsley. To the inside of James, in the 9C, Chuck Castro. Starting at spot number 8, it's the Water Boy. And the purple passion car number 43G, that's Scotty Gumar. To the inside of Scotty Gumar, the 07R, Gary Ronk. The Flying Taxi, that's Wayne Taylor in the 58 machine. Aiden Demris, multi-feature winner from the Accord Speedway, and the number 5 machine. Starting at spot number 4, that's the number 6 of Tyler Romer. To the inside of Romer, a 3-time champion of Eastern States weekend, former track champion here at the Accord Speedway and also at the Orange County Fair Speedway, the Intimidator, Mr. Ray Tarantino. Your front row for heat race number 1. To the outside pole, he picked up a feature win the last night here at points for 2025. That's Tom Salerso. And your pole sitter, a 4-time Eastern States winner and multi-track champion here from the Orange County Fair Speedway, my good buddy, the big man, Mr. Jimmy Marr. 6 to 8 laps the distance. I'm not really sure how far they'll let him go. Maybe 15 if they're wrecking a lot, but we'll see. 8 laps the distance. So we're going to burn off some fuel here because all the street stock drivers can afford to do that. So we'll just run about a 30, 40 more laps here under caution, try to dry up some of the wet stuff. Of course, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's not really what's going to happen. Hey, did you bring enough French fries for everybody? She's going to ignore me. It's okay. If you go down to Bob Maxwell's and you buy yourself cheeseburger and French fries, you make sure that you bring enough up here for everybody.
No, we want London broils.
I'm sorry. London broils. Yeah, Mike Mallett just told me he's high-end up here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do believe the caution light has been turned out around the speedway. We are about to get our official green flag here for the first time this afternoon for a qualifying event, full fender frenzy. I absolutely love it. If I offend you, too bad. That's what they hired me for. Rows of 2 over there in turns number 3 and 4. They get set to go green flag racing. It's the big man, Jimmy Marr, Tommy Serlurso. That's your front row. The Marshal, Kenny Marshall, getting set to set them free. A very slow pace. Be careful. This looks like a par 9. Here we come at a turn number 4. We're going to go green flag racing. Marr almost sideways at the drop of the green flag. Takes over the number 1 spot. Here comes Tarantino. Watch Demarest down to the inside. They'll go almost 3 wide. Salerso down the back straightaway holds on. And Tarantino into the wall. That's nothing new for the Intimidator. He even wants the wall to be afraid of him. He holds on to spot number 4. Romer back there in spot number 5. Keep in mind, 6 cars to qualify. Here comes the fly-in taxi, Wayne Taylor. Taylor up to the outside. I believe that is Walt Henry III. Sitting back there in the number 7 spot. Marr still leads the way. Gubar already got a bumper hanging off of that car. Not surprised. Salerso still holds on to spot number 2. Demarest, I do believe that's the first time he's been here at the Speedway. Holds on to spot number 3. Here comes Tarantino down to the inside. I'll look for the number 3 spot. Tarantino comes across the nose of Demarest. Demarest now with a fistful of steering wheel. He keeps it going in the right direction. That opens up the door for Wayne Taylor. A gaggle of race cars. 6 cars will qualify. Everybody, oh, big trouble here on the front stretch. Oh, that's not good. Oh, hard hit for Chuck Castro in the number 9 car.
Better get Mako.
I see him moving around inside. Oh, I missed that one. In the John Deere Green number 9 machine, the Johnson boys, they'll get over there quickly. I did see him moving around inside the car. Man, what a hard hit right here on the front stretch. Yep, thumbs up. He's okay, but the front of that car is not.
Major ouchie. First one of this event. Boy, right off in the heat event. That's not good. Oh, there's a kitty litter.
Well, I'm only going to say this,
Took a
right,
leak.
as a driver. I'm only going to say this. He's okay. I saw him moving around.
Right,
He gave
right.
the thumbs up.
Okay.
But as a driver passing by that, the only thing that I can think of is, thank God he's okay, and that's another spot for me.
Yes. Oh, we got a replay. All right. We'll see how all this perspired.
Man, what a great shot right there. Oh, yeah, lost it all by his lonesome.
Back,
Yep,
forth,
just
back,
got it crossed
forth.
up. Yeah. Oh,
Ouch.
oh.
Big call to Barrett's at East Coast Speed. Big
Well,
call. Long
that's-
call.
That's a front clip. Well, you know, hats off to the safety equipment that we are mandated to wear here.
Red lights on, of course, allow the track crews to do their thing down there. A lot of something leaking on the racetrack. Going to give them as much space as possible to clean this up. We'll halt the cars at the mid-stretch down the back straightaway, at the midpoint back straightaway. Here's a shot, if you're looking at us at home, from the back straightaway of the Orange County Fair Speedway. Off to your left, you see the famed backstretch drive-in that only we are so proud to have here in existence at a racetrack. And
There is banking here.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's up the backstretch drive-in.
Yeah.
It's almost like a movie theater, drive-in movie theater effect. And, of course, they've got their own concession stand over there. They've also got their own ice cream truck. Mr. Dingling is back there in the backstretch drive-in. Hey, a box of 10 here, Mr. Dingling. Later on, you want PA announcements, you know.
So if we could, big round of applause for Chuck Castro. Did the best he could. I do believe might be the first time here in the Speedway, and he learned a rough lesson. I think it is Fidel's cousin. That's what Timmy said. Listen, you can't say, oh, there's Mr. Dingling. You can't say stuff like that to me off air and then expect me not to repeat it, Tim. I'm very immature and I have poor impulse control.
I know. We worked together side by side for about 5 years.
Yeah, yeah. So 50-50 still going around. If you got $1, give Karen a holler.
Got to be in it to win it. 50.
Oh, yeah.
This is probably the biggest giveaway for a 50-50 in the entire racing season. And again, so much thanks. Friday night, $1,370 being donated on behalf of the Speedway and Mike Gerda to Jerry Enright. We'll be overnighting him that check this week. Couldn't thank you enough, but the giveaways continue. Well over $1,000 every night so far. I'd say this afternoon, looking at the backstretch, looking at the crowd we've already got here, looking at the infield, we're going to be over $2,000. So if you don't get out a fistful of bucks and to give these gals a holler when they go by, you are missing out. Much better odds than Powerball. Somebody's going to walk off with a whole lot of money out here this afternoon, and they'll be followed by a whole lot more friends than they ever knew they had.
So red light has been turned off around the Speedway. We are back under yellow with an incident here on the front straightaway for the number 9 C machine of Fidel's cousin, Chuck Castro in trouble. There we see the 11P. That's Austin Plass. Looks like the old George Alcama number 11 car. Used to race here in the early 2000s. Alcama landed himself over in the drive-in section one night. I got to drive underneath that and realized he had California turbos also. So top problems for Plass. Scotty Gumar, the water boy, 43G. Yep, you see me. You seen it. Bumpers hanging, Scott. They're trying to get him off the racetrack right now, but I'm pretty sure he smoked breakfast, so he may not be able to see that. So thank God for, well, I really shouldn't thank God for that, but it's okay, Scott. We love you, man.
All right, got 1 second. Big, huge, super big shout out to my brother Dan, taking things in from lovely Scottsdale, Arizona, thanks to Dirt Track Digest TV. Hello, brother.
Is it your actual brother?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
He was the...
I thought you were an only child.
No. He claimed that for many years, but no, I do have a...
What was this whole only mom and dad just loved me stuff?
Well, that's true, but still,
right.
he still
Okay.
exists.
All
He's
right.
7 years older than me. He's out there in sunny Scottsdale, Arizona. And,
Nice.
cactus country.
So people used to ask me this in Hawaii.
I got the looks.
What's the weather like there? Like all the time. Real quick, Will Cagle's story. I got in trouble in the military for taping a lieutenant in an outhouse, and Will thought that was hilarious. So what did he do? He sent me a case of duct tape while I was stationed in Hawaii. And all it said was, "Good job, kid." Yeah.
That's definitely a Will Kegel story.
Yeah, I thought that was hilarious. I had no idea who he was at the time. But.
Found out after he became our boss.
Yeah. All right, so still cleaning up some stuff here on the front straightaway. We've lost a couple of campaigners. Scotty Gumar sent to the pit area. So a little bit of miscommunication here right now with Scotty G. Mission Control trying to...
The adrenaline inside these, you would know, is so great that you forget, some rules and stuff that have been put in place here at the Speedway. And whoopsie daisy in the violation department.
You have a radio. You have to pay attention to the radio. That's the whole point of having a radio. If you decide you don't want to pay attention to the radio, then you have to suffer the consequences, you know? So, yeah, you know, we're all grown adults here, most of us.
Some of us.
Some of us.
Fewer of us.
You know, so. All right, so. Listen, the full fender guys have always been exciting, no matter where they go.
This is always a classic, even back in the pro stock days.
You know,
we'd start with 10 cars, finish with 2. Always excitement in a full fender class on Eastern States Sunday. Oh, can they have all winter to rebuild?
Yeah, those could be long winters. So
hopefully we'll have enough cars left for a consolation.
Well, you know, I hope so. And I've been in those Eastern States races where you started 24 and wound up with 5. That's never a good time. So. And then a lot of tempers flare, But I'm at the age now, I'd just rather go home. I got nothing to say. I just want to go home.
Never happened on your part?
No. All right. Caution light. It's going to be all right, Mike. Poor Mike Mallet. So what is this? You imagine these guys up at Oswego? That'd be awesome.
Oh, they'd still be there.
I'm down. Brett Deo, give me a call. Let's make something happen. Caution light has been turned on around this speedway. We get set to go back to green flag racing. Here we come at turn number 4. 2 laps are in the book, 6 laps to go. 6 cars to qualify heat race number 1. We are an hour and a half into this one. Hang on. Mar up to the number 1 spot. They're going to go 3 wide. Watch Demarest back there just behind Salerso. It took me 22 years to say that last name. I used to mess it up. Walter Henry starting to come alive in the 171 car, the Hurricane. Multi-feature winner from the Accord Speedway 2025. He's won championships in Accord and Bethel. Has yet to win one here. As he now takes over spot number 4. Wayne Taylor, he's got a ticket to the big dance here so far. If he can hold on to that number 6 spot, take a look at the right rear tire on that car. It belongs to me. So if he qualifies, I'm the reason why. Down the back straightaway. Henry looking to get by to the inside of Tarantino for spot number 3. It's still the big man, Jimmy Marr, up in the number 1 spot. Salerso starting to come alive a little bit in the solar panel car number 4. They work off of turn number 4 down the front straightaway right now. Halfway sign is out. 4 laps are in the books, 4 to go. Marr keeps it high, wide, and handsome, and Henry takes a peek down to the inside. Walter Henry starting to come alive, looking for spot number 3 down the back straightaway up at turn number 2. Henry makes the bottom side work. Henry now, the Hurricane in spot number 3. Tarantino settles back into spot number 4. Here comes Romer on the outside of Wayne Taylor. Tyler Romer looking for that 6th and final transfer spot. Taylor's got a lot of power underneath the hood of that car. That's a TJ Motorsports piece of machinery, Precision Engine. Has built that motor. Taylor now settles back into spot number 7. Romer now 6th. Aiden Demarest sitting 5th. Salerso starting to show signs of power. I guess that's how you'd say it. Off of turn number 2 down to the inside. Salerso starting to reel in Jimmy Marr. The popsicle sticks are coming out this time by 2 more times around for the big man, Jimmy Marr, looking to start on the pole for today's 25-lap feature event, Eastern States Championship. He's looking to be the all-time winner here for Eastern States weekend for the Street Stock Division. He's got 4, along with the winningest driver in this division, Al D'Antonio, a name from years past, D'Antonio. With 4 Eastern States Championships, Jimmy Marr looking for his 5th one. White flag set to fly this time by. Salerso takes a peek down to the inside. He's running that low line. It's a coil car versus the leaf spring. White flag has flown for the big man, Jimmy Marr. Salerso back at spot number 2. Henry is 3rd. Tarantino 4th. Romer 5th. Aiden Demarest back in spot number 6. And problems for Taylor. That's not good. Oh, that's going to be big, big money over at Precision Engine. It looks like that power plant has expired in the 58 car. Checker flag set to fly. I don't see any moisture, so maybe it's just a radiator hose. Here they come off at turn number 4. Salerso's in trouble. He's got a fistful of steering wheel. That's going to go to Walt Henry. Henry 2nd, Salerso 3rd. Jimmy Marr picks up the heat race win. Tarantino is 4th. Romer 5th. And Aiden Demarest rounds out the 6th and final qualifier. And an additional $50 courtesy of JB Trucking goes to Jimmy Marr. Thank you, Mr. JB Morris.
You know what happened to Salerso? It's a solar tire car. It was cloudy this morning.
I got nothing, man. Yeah. Mike, that's your friend. So, an action-packed heat race number 1 here for the Street Stocks. We had somebody get yelled at, somebody wreck, and somebody win. So there you go. And we got 2 more to do. Heat race number 2 getting set to pull out onto the speedway. Starting in spot number 11, it'll be the 10 car. That is Preston Demarest. Starting in spot number 10, the 19H. She is the 2025 Rookie of the Year from the Accord Speedway, Olivia Hedges. Starting in spot number 9, the 66, that's Al Whitmer. Starting in spot number 8, he was the winner of the Sullivan 100 just 1 year ago. That is the 28 of Kevin Cargain. Jammin' J. Pepin, former event winner here Eastern States and former track champion. That's the 33 machine. Starting in spot number 6, and they've got the 27G. He is the former bathroom attendant from the Bethel Motor Speedway. That is George Van Arnsdale. Starting in spot number 5, that's the X car, Joe Morris. Starting in spot number 4, our good buddy there from JB Trucking. He's the guy who's handing out the big $50 bill for each heat race winner. That's JB Morris himself. Starting in spot number 3, it's one of the biggest cheaters we've got in the division. It is the 357 of Kyle Welsh, former track champion from the Bethel Motor Speedway. And your front row on the outside pole, it is the natural, the 1C, Danny Carlo. And your second all-time fastest qualifier, your second qualifier here for this afternoon, easy for me to say. He is your 2025 track champion. That's the 191 machine, Jack Beaumont. 8 laps the distance, 6 cars to qualify. Looks like all 11 have answered the call.
You know, Beaumont sponsor, Tabernacle Sod Farm, was a product sponsor. He has got the nicest front yard in all of Tabernacle.
Is that true?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. It actually looks like a tabernacle.
See, if I was a true professional, I would have went down there and found that out for myself. But
check
I'm not.
Check it out afterwards.
Yeah.
I kid you not.
That's all I can do.
It's great when you have, product sponsors.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of like Matt Shepard's weed car. Caution light has been turned out around the speedway. We get set to go green flag racing off at turn number 4. Rows of 2, here they come. Danny Carlo is trying to crowd Beaumont. That opens up the door 3 wide for the number 1 spot down at turn number 1. They all thought better of it. Good job, guys. Way to go. Here comes Morris back there in spot number 4, and Kyle Welsh back in spot number 3 right now. Danny Carlo tried to pinch Beaumont down into turn number 1. Couldn't make that happen. It was almost bad for everyone. Decided to back out of it. They'll come off at turn number 4. Looks like we are going to get lap number 1 in the books here. 7 laps to go. Beaumont so close to a victory here. We got trouble. Oh my Lanta. Well, the bathroom attendant and Joe Morris get together off at turn number 4. And Morris is sitting in the water, just paddling his feet, not going anywhere. Morris in trouble over there in turn number 4 as George Van Arnsdale got together with Morris over in turn number 4. Now Morris is moving, and he's got a right rear tire down on that car.
Yeah, remember, those are street tires, DOT legal street tires. So if you go back to your car afterwards in the parking lot and see a tire missing, you know where it went to.
Tire Discount.
Yeah.
Tire Discount, a big supporter of the street stock division here in the Orange County area, Sullivan County. I believe that they are sponsoring us here as well as we watch the instant replay right here. Morris lost it all by himself, just overcorrected. George had nowhere to go and unfortunately got into him there just a little bit. Didn't look too bad of a contact. Didn't look too bad. Thank you to Dirt Track Digest for the replay. I'll tell you what, man, you're making us street stock guys feel like we're really important here today with all these different angles.
We do our best.
Thank you.
No
this
problem.
Is awesome. Kind of makes me want to put the go-kart back together. We're going to put the band back together. Remember that? Jim from Northeast Racing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Jim's here today. Man, he's looking good. You see him?
Yeah,
he's looking
very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, I think we're going back to green flag racing. Here we come off of turn number 4. Jack Beaumont looking to pick up where he left off. Danny Carlo, the Sedata 1 Motorsports number 1 machine. It's a coil car and a leaf spring car. Here comes Kyle Welsh, 3 wide right now for the number 2 spot. Watch him off at turn number 2. That's Crazy Danny from the Projects who broke up that fight while holding a baby. Hanging on to spot number 2 right now with Kyle Welsh back in spot number, make Welsh back in spot number 2. He's making a liar out of me. A little bit of contact between the two as they work through turns number 3 and 4. Now you're going to throw Jammin' J. Pepin into the mix. 4 cars fight for the number 2 spot. I'll tell you what, if you're sitting in the drive-in, you're missing this one. You got to come over over here to the full cover grandstands. Morris down to the inside. He looks for spot number 3. Beaumont up in the number 1 position. Welsh back there in spot number 2. Morris now sits third. They'll go bumper to bumper, Talladega style down the back straightaway. Cargain on the outside looking in. I do believe he's got himself in a transfer spot. Beaumont washes up the speedway just a little bit. Olivia Hedges doing a great job in the 19 car. Welsh holds on to spot number 2. Morris still sitting third. Carlo is 4th. Pepin 5th. And Cargain. Relation to Emerson Cargain, who is 2nd on the all-time win list here. I believe that's Cargain's nephew, back there in the 6th and final transfer spot. Demarest in the number 10 machine, killing all the mosquitoes down the backstretch off of turn number 2. Everybody still single file. JB Morris digging a little bit down on the bottom side, lets the car wash up to the top side right now. He's trying to reel in the Steve's Engine Shop number 357 of Kyle Welsh. Welsh has picked up a feature win here at the Speedway, but it was many years ago. He's got wins at Accord and Bethel as well. One of the few drivers who's done that here in this area. Here comes Danny Carlo down to the inside. Carlo looking to get around JB Morris for the number 3 position. Jack Beaumont still your race leader. JB Morris trying to hold on to spot number 3, but Carlo coming alive on the inside, the beautiful number 1 car. Here comes Danny Carlo now into spot number 3. JB Morris with a nice crossover move. Almost loses the handle of it. He's back down to the inside. Carlo now up to the outside. That's the hot spot on the speedway for spot number 3. I don't think Demarest got the memo that there is no smoking here in the grandstand area, but he's still continuing to do it off of turn number 2. Popsicle sticks are out. Beaumont on cruise control in the number 191 machine. The Tabernacle Green Acres number 191 car. That's probably wrong, but nobody's listening anyway. Well, still back at spot number 2. Carlo is 3rd. Morris 4th. Jay Pepin back there in spot number 5. And, of course, Glenn Cargain holds on to spot number 6. The 66 machine, that's Al Widmer. Widmer going to feed the right front some concrete if he's not too careful over there in turn number 2. The bed sheets out. The white flag one more time around for Beaumont. Welsh is still 2nd. Carlo with a nice rebound back there in spot number 3 right now. Morris sits 4th. Here comes Pepin down to the inside. Morris just getting loose lap after lap as he's trying to hold on to the JB Trucking 00 car. Checker flag set to fly. Winning heat race number 2, and he will start on the outside pole. He was your 2nd fast qualifier here today. Your 2025 champ, it's going to go to Jack Beaumont. 2nd spot will be Welsh. 3rd will be Carlo. 4th, Morris. 5th, Pepin. And your 6th and final qualifier will be the 28 machine of Glenn Cargain. Once again, $50 to the winner of heat race number 2, Jack Beaumont, courtesy of JBM Trucking. Thank you so much, JB Morris, who's also got himself into today's big dance. Oh, it helps if you turn it on. Nice job. 3rd and final heat now coming out onto the speedway. 6 cars to qualify, 11 cars to answer the call. Starting in spot number 11, it's the 777 of Glenn Cargain. I do believe that is Emerson's brother. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Starting in spot number 10, a former Neats Enduro Series driver. He was a standout there. Former track champion from the Bethel Motor Speedway, Mr. Daryl DeBetta. Willie Lency, the number 9, so he'll start in the number 9 spot in the 88 machine. Keith Henry, that is Walter Henry's husband. He's driving the 171H. Listen, that's what he gets for his wife texting me. Leave me alone. Starting in spot number 7, former track champion and former 2-time winner of this event, the Jalopy Jet, Charlie Donald. Starting in the 6th position, it is Walter Henry the 4th. That's Walt Henry's son. I believe that's because of Keith and what, it doesn't matter. Starting in spot number 5, the 72, that's Kevin Morgan. Starting in spot number 4, the 9G, that's Bob Gibson. Jaden Slate, he'll start in spot number 3, a former feature event winner here at the Speedway, former track champ from the Accord Speedway. And your front row, 4-time track champion. He has never won this event. He's got the lucky penny on the dashboard. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Have a Straw Hammer, the number 1 machine, Mike Vigoletti. And your pole sitter and defending Eastern States winner, it is the SL8 car. That is big money, Bob Slate. Bob looking for his third Eastern States victory. I do believe he's a multi-track champion from here and also the Accord Speedway. So Bob, one of those guys, nobody has ever won a championship at all three local tracks. Bob came very, very close last year at the Bethel Motor Speedway, came up just a little bit shy, and so there you have it. Rows of 2, this is your third and final street stock heat race action. I'm sure some of you are very happy about that. You don't have to listen to me until the consolation, but when you do, it's only going to get worse. I'm one of those kids that probably should have had Ritalin, but instead we bought new tires for the house. You never know when you have to move. Okay, here we come at turn number 4. We're going to go green flag racing. Big money, Bob Slade. He's got the traction control working very well down there in turn number 1. Jaden Slate, that's the nephew. He sits back at spot number 3 right now, and we've got trouble. Willie Lency facing the wrong way on a one-way street. I say leave him and stay green. Bob Slate still leads the way. Vigiletti up to the outside. Willie gets it fired back up. No harm, no foul. Good job, Willie. Thanks for being a team player. Bob Slate leads lap number 1. Jaden now sits second. Vigiletti is third. Bob Gibson back at spot number 4, and then it is Kevin Morgan sitting in 5th. The battle is on for spot number 5. Watch Charlie Donald, the Jalopy Jet. He has not graced us with his presence here at all in 2025. He now moves into the 6th and final transfer spot, but Walter Henry, the 37th, not going to have any of that. He's up on the outside. I don't know if you could be a lap car in a heat race, but it looks like Willie Lency might be as he heads off down the back straightaway in the beautifully prepared number 88 machine. Bob Slate still your race leader. 3 cars now dance for the number 6 position. Watch them off at turn number 2. Gibson and Morgan. They wave to each other. That sounds like a band, kind of like Hall & Oates. But it's Gibson and Morgan, or maybe it's a lawyer company. I don't know, I'm starting to get off track. Here we come as Charlie Donald now looks for spot number 5 off at turn number 4. Car game back at spot number 7. Top 3 cars starting to check out. That's Vigiletti and the Slates. Morgan now sits 4th. Gibson is 5th. Charlie Donald 6th. Remember when it was Thisson? 5th and the 7th. Remember that? Oh, man, that was nonsense. We made that guy change his name to Steve. Nose to tail, very boringly, down the back straightaway as our street stocks have separated themselves. Hopefully it picks things up here a little bit later. Willie Lency looks over to his right side. Yep, that's Bob Slate putting you a lap down. You'll be okay. Willie, a former campaigner here in this division many, many years ago. Got multiple feature wins, but the track surface has changed quite a bit. So Willie, got to try and figure things out here before the consolation race. Jaden Slate 2nd, Vigiletti is 3rd, Morgan is 4th. Gibson back in spot number 5. Charlie Donald trying to hold on to spot number 6, but here comes Glenn Cargain in the 777 machine. Cargain, a former Pro Stock standout here at the Speedway. He's up on the outside, and him and Charlie Donald, they'll race for that number 6 spot. That's the hot spot on the Speedway. Everybody else is pretty much boring me right now as an announcer, so I'm not going to talk about them. Nobody gave me an extra $20, and if they did, I'd talk about them even more, but I'm not going to. So Charlie Donald and Cargain, they battle for spot number 6 down the backstretch. Donald's going to shut the door on Cargain. The popsicle sticks are coming out from Kenny Marshall. Marshall looking very fit in those white jeans today. I'm glad he wore that. Looks very handsome as he works down the front straightaway. Nobody stepping out of line that time by. It's still Bob Slate, Jaden Slate, Mike Vigiletti. Morgan down to the inside of Willie Lency. Now we've got a gaggle of race cars. Good job, Willie. Made a way to make this a show as he works off at turn number 2. Spots number 4 on back to 6. That's your battle. Everybody trying to get in. And Morgan down to the inside of Willie Lency. He might give him a little bit of a shove to get him up out of the way. And nope, Lency shuts the door on him. He wants that 37th spot. That means absolutely nothing, even though he's going to go to the consolation race and probably qualify. As now 5 cars dance, make that 6 cars dance for the number 6 position. White flag is out. Lency is in the way. Somebody get that guy. Give him a shot there, Morgan. It's okay. I know him. Morgan down to the inside. He takes over spot number 4. Now Lency figures it out. Gibson now, and Donald and Cargain get together. Donald's in trouble on the backstretch. Oh, and he clips the number 4 of Henry. Donald. Checker flag will fly, though. It goes to Bob Slate. Jaden Slate is 2nd. Vigiletti is 3rd. Oh, this is not good. Morgan now sits 4th. Gibson is 5th. Cargain now sits in spot number 6. Charlie Donald, this is not what he wanted here for the Eastern States, and there's a lot of damage on the front of the 32 machine. I think that's going to be a big no-no there by Cargain, but that's okay. Daryl DeBetta out there as well. and along with Walter Henry's husband, Keith Henry, in the 171 car. That's going to do it for heat race action here for the full fender cars. I hope you've enjoyed me stealing the oxygen here for a little while. I'm going to turn things back over to Mike Mallett, Mr. Timmy Pitts. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you soon. Consolation race for the full fender division.
Well, thanks, Joel. That was certainly something. Now, here's an instant replay of what happened back there on the back straightaway. Oh, yeah, right there. He knew he was in trouble. Oh, yeah, just got him.
Yeah.
Just got it.
Well, I'll tell you, Charlie's he's no slouch behind the wheel, but when you don't get behind the wheel for most of the season and you come out here and you try to qualify for this race, you're a little rusty.
It's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough.
So hopefully they fix it and get it back together. That's what duct tape and zip ties were made for. They were made for the street stocks.
Yeah.
So. All right, Mike, I'm going to turn things back over to you because I'm
why
not
not?
very professional.
That's okay.
Action continue here this beautiful Sunday afternoon, Middletown, New York. This is, of course, the legendary House of Power. 106 years of bringing you stock car racing excitement here in the legendary 5/8 mile hard play. Street stock consolation, last chance qualifiers event. After this, of course, there is a non-qualifiers event, last chance, super last chance, honest to God, don't ask again, qualifier for the modifieds.
So, street stocks back out onto the speedway. This is the super duper last chance. Nobody else is going to get in after this one. At least the top 6 will. Everybody else is going to go home. Hopefully there's no incidents. If there are, please somebody videotape it and make sure you share it to social media. That'll be a good time. 15 cars are to answer the call. I do believe it's going to be 8 laps the distance, 6 cars to qualify. Here's your starting lineup. Starting in 15th, it's the 88 machine of Willie Lency. Starting at spot number 14, the X, that is Joe Morris. Chuck Castro in the 9C. I'm not sure we're going to see him, but he's supposed to start 13th. Daryl DeBetta, longtime Neats Enduro campaigner. He'll start in spot number 12. Then it's the bathroom monitor, the number 11. That's the 27 of George Van Ardsdale. Keith Henry, that's Walter's husband, in the 171H. Austin Plass, he'll start 10th. Then starting in spot number 8, the 19H, that is Olivia Hedges. Starting 7th, the 16G, that's James Wamsley. The Jalopy Jet, Charlie Donald, former 2-time event winner. He'll go off in spot number 6. Preston Demarest, he'll start in spot number 5. He was a feature event winner early on at the Accord Speedway here in 2025. The Fly-In Taxi, that's Wayne Taylor. Taylor is supposed to start in spot number 4, but I'm looking over and he is now on the trailer in the pit area. That's it for Wayne Taylor for today. Walter Henry, the 4th. Oh, we're going to go green flag racing. Okay, I missed all that. Gary Ronk and Al Widmer, that was your front row, but we are already under green flag conditions. Apparently I was not paying attention. Wilmer and Donald get together off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Here comes Henry, the 4th, down to the inside. Top 6 cars will qualify. Daryl DeBetta might be in trouble with the 86 machine. And Henry and Donald get together in turns number 3 and 4, and things still going south for Charlie Donald in the Jalopy Jet, number 32 car. Timmy, he said, I want to give it one more shot.
Well,
it's not going well.
At least he didn't lose any more body parts off the car, not him.
True.
Car, Not much left there to keeping the motor cool without a hood and a front grille and a fender and a bumper.
So Charlie Donald, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Always a front runner here when he ran full time.
Many years.
2-time track champion. I believe he's won this event 2 times as well. I think he's 3rd on the all-time win list for full fender feature wins here at the Speedway behind Emerson Cargay and, of course, the very famous Al D'Antonio.
Went open wheel racing for a short time, and then this is now his new version of open wheel racing, just ripped the fenders off it.
Absolutely, I agree with that 100%. It's the old IMCA style cars that used to be run of then the White Lake Speedway, but now Bethel Motor Speedway. So,
and now crickets.
Yeah, tough break for Charlie. So he's still got time though. I think we got 1 lap in the books.
He's got time and a roll of duct tape.
Okay. Well, Big Jim from Northeast Videos, he's over there. He's helping out Charlie Donald, and hopefully he can give him a hand, and hopefully Charlie can get into the show here. But he's got to be a little bit more patient. I think Henry, Walter's husband, is the one that got into him there a little bit. So who knows?
Many talented cameraman on behalf of Dirt Track Digest TV. This racing weekend got 7 of them posed all around the campus of the fairgrounds, and good friend talked to him about an hour last night. Patrick Donnelly up on the half-cover grandstand down there, the famed son of Glenn Donnelly, now helping out Dirt Track Digest TV this weekend. And awesome. Rehashing the old stories about back in the days of Super Dirt Week, the real one. And boy, I'll tell you what, great to see him back here. Hasn't skipped a beat.
All right. Well, these guys are going so fast, I'm not sure if we're still under caution or not. I'm not paying attention. What are we doing? All right, I don't see the pace truck, so I guess caution light has been turned on around this speedway. We are set to go back to green flag racing. Here we come at turn number 4. 6 cars to qualify. We're going to try this one all over again. 3 wide down the front straightaway. There goes the Jalopy Jet right into a qualified position, and they are getting together down here in turn number 1. Joe Morris, Demarest, Henry, throw Daryl DeBetta in there. 3 wide off of turn number 2. Walter Henry, the 4th, down to the inside, takes over spot number 2 down the back straightaway. George Van Arnsdale on the outside looking in. And I believe that is Morgan back there in the number 3 position in the 66 machine. That is Al Whitmer. I stand stupid on that one. Whitmer holds on to spot number 4. Here comes Van Arnsdale down the front stretch. Van Arnsdale now moves into spot number 3. Charlie Donald very gingerly, easily. And Whitmer's in trouble. Donald almost gets collected in that one. He holds on to it. Boy, that was a short stainer, as Timmy Pitts would say. Yeah. As Bill
Question
Cosby
now is, will
say.
Charlie Donald make weight without those 300 pounds of body panels on that car?
I think he will, yeah. Charlie always runs a heavy car. Here he comes off of turn number 4 right now, down to the inside. Van Arnsdale up to the outside. Gary Rock, still your race leader. He's out comfortably in front, the old Livy Johnson car. And it is still Walter Henry, the 4th, back in spot number 2. Donald now moves into 3rd. Van Arnsdale still going to try his hand on the outside right now as he'll smoke his way off at turn number 2. Must be a friend of Scotty Gumar's. Sitting back there in spot number 5, that's going to be the 66 machine. That is still Al Whitmer. Keith Henry holds on to the 6th and final transfer spot, but here comes Demarest up to the outside. We stay clean and green all around the speedway. Nobody really stepping in. Whitmer, oh my God, hard contact off of turn number 4 with Henry. Whitmer. Wonder if he knows that he can get charged for a DWI for that move. Watch him off for turn number 2 right now. And it's Whitmer, Demarest all together. And Whitmer got what he had coming. And I'm not a big fan of that, but unfortunately you start shoving around and people are going to shove back. Whitmer in trouble. He's now on the outside. He's going to have to possibly sit back and watch this one from his trailer. Gary Rock, still your race leader. Walter Henry, the 47th, sits 2nd. Charlie Donald now starting to come alive back there in spot number 3. George Van Arnsdale. He is the former bathroom attendant for the Bethel Motor Speedway. He's back in spot number 4. 5th is Henry. 6th right now, Demarest is going to go around, and Joe Morris. He misses that one, and Demarest is in trouble. Whitmer almost captured into that one. We're going to see the yellow lights. And, of course, 32 minutes later, here comes Willie Lency. That's awesome. Willie was changing the radio station in the number 88 car.
How many times have we told these drivers, no vaping while on the speedway? Look at that.
Well, I think that's why Scott's still over in the pit area.
That's the cloud of smoke in the pit area?
It's possible. Ain't it back there on the bumper? So tough break for Preston Demarest. Preston, he's getting out of the car pretty quickly. I wonder if there's some flames under there. Preston picked up opening night feature win. Oh yeah, that thing's on fire.
Oh no, yeah. Fire in a hole.
Yeah. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
I thought it was chipmunks.
We're gonna watch a replay. Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
Hot sauce dripping from their toes.
There's Willie Lency 2 hours later.
Stopping to make sure he's okay.
Hey man, you good? So Preston is listen, I told you people this wasn't going to be professional. Preston is out of the car. He is okay. That's going to be the end of his Eastern States weekend. If I can get at least 3 people listening to clap for that poor kid. That family's been through a lot this year, and they lost one of their matriarchs. And I'll tell you what, so, yeah, I don't remember. But so that'll do it for Preston Demarest and his Eastern States attempt. Picked up the feature win at Accord Speedway opening night, and still problems with the number 10 car, and they'll get it hooked up and take it away. Hey, the orange guy there in the gentleman down in the orange hat with the earmuffs and orange sweater. What's up? Hey, can you let Willie know that we're all here with him? He's right there in front of you. Just wave to him. No, turn around. All right, never mind. Do what you want. Okay. Where are you guys going? To the bathroom? Come on, man. The street stocks are pretty good. This is pretty funny, right? It's good stuff. Everybody's leaving now. My bad. Must be Matt Shepard fans. Oh, no, they are. So I do appreciate the weekend pass from the asylum. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying the weather here in beautiful Orange County.
Doesn't the ankle bracelet hurt, though?
Well, only if I get near a school.
Yeah.
Mike, how about you?
Or a microwave
Sorry to
oven.
bother you.
Walk past a microwave, the thing goes right on.
Yeah. All right. Listen, I'm not for everybody. All right, so red light has been turned off. They put the barbecue out over in turn number 2. We are back to Yeller. They need to be watching all them obstacles over there in turn number 2. They had themselves a fire. That's good, though. They're rolling now, Tim. They got the Yeller out. So
Sure.
That's good. Yeah.
Secretly trying to assure that there will be 6 cars left to qualify.
Well, according to my calculations, there are 13 cars on the track, give or take. I'm not allowed to take my shoes off up here to really get an accurate count.
Regular walking solar calculator in a dark alley.
Yeah. All right, so we are going to double them up and go back to green flag racing. I believe we are 4 laps in the books. I think 4 laps to go, right? Last chance qualifier here for the street stocks. Yep, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Am I giving you a headache, man? I think I'm giving Mike Mallett a headache. Oh, yeah. Dude, you didn't take the day off? Oh, okay. I took tomorrow off, yeah. Here we come at turn number 4. 4 laps in the books, 4 laps to go. Gary Rock looking to pick up where he left off just a little while ago. 6 cars will go to the dance. Here comes the Jalopy Jet. Now he's starting to come alive. He's calming down just a little bit behind the wheel. Charlie now moves into the number 2 position. Henry back there in spot number 3. That's Henry the 37th. George Van Arnsdale holds on to spot number 4. And then it is Walter's husband, Keith, back in spot number 5. Joe Morris sitting back in spot number 6, but it's going to be the 66 of Al Wimmer. Wimmer down to the inside. He's looking for that final transfer spot. Wimmer takes over spot number 6. He's going to go to work on Keith Henry. Wimmer and the 66 machine starting to come alive as well. We're all nose to tail down through turns number 1 and 2. Watch him down the back straightaway. It is all Gary Rock, but here comes the Jalopy Jet. Charlie and Wimmer's in trouble again. Daryl DeBetta, Joe Morris, they're going to get by. I believe that is the final transfer position. Morris now moves in. Wimmer still trying to hold on. He's got a fistful of steering wheel. I think he's dropped his soda or something over there in turn number 2. 2 to go this time by Charlie Donald has reeled in your race leader, Gary Ronk. Ronk can look over to the left side. He's going to see Donald peeking down to the inside. Walter Henry the 4th back in spot number 3. They need to check that car because I'm pretty sure that might be his father behind the wheel trying to qualify it for his son. George Van Arnsdale holds on to spot number 4. Keith Henry back at spot number 5. Joe Morris holds on to spot number 6. White flag set to fly. Charlie Donald all over the backside of the 07 car. Gary Ronk says, hey man, I don't go that way. As they race down the turns number 1 and 2, Donald up to the outside. Charlie Donald looking for the number 1 spot. Watch him down the back straightaway. Donald thinks twice about it, backs out of it right now. Why are they slowing down? Okay, now there's a yellow. Oh, okay. The 66 spun. Just want you people to know I'm very attentive. I know what's going on.
A little after the factish.
I'm telling you, if it wasn't for Mike paying attention over here.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
He's wide awake with both eyes shut.
The 66 of
Saw it all.
Al Wimmer is being asked to take that car pit side. Apparently they don't like the way that he's been driving out here this afternoon, so he's going to go home early. Gary Ronk, Charlie Donald. I do believe it's going to be a green-white checkered.
You're not allowed to feel your way around?
No comment.
Okay.
It's going to be green and checkered, according to the angry people on the other side. Walter Henry the 4th sits third. Having probably one of his best runs he's had here in the 2025 season, even though it might be his dad. I'm just speculating. George Van Arsdale sits fourth. Keith Henry is fifth. Joe Morris is sixth. 6 cars will qualify. Here we come at a turn number 4. We're going to get the green, and then we're going to get the checkered. Charlie Donald, watch him up on the outside. He's going to let the 32 machine. It's the Jalopy Jet up on the outside. Donald looking for the number 1 position. We're still 2 wide off at turn number 2 down the backstretch. Gary Ronk lets it drift up to the wall. Here comes Walter Henry, the 37th. Back in spot number 3 right now. Joe Morris, he's got the ticket to the dance. Watch Willie Lency up to the outside. Might be a little bit too late as checker flag getting set to fly. Here they come off at turn number 4. This is your consolation. It's going to go to Gary Ronk. Second spot will be Charlie Donald. Third, Walter Henry, the 4th. George Van Arsdale will be 5th. And your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your 6th and final transfer will be the X-Car Go of Joe Morris. That's going to do it for all qualifying action here for the full fender division. And we'll be back in a little bit. 25 laps will be the distance for the street stocks here later on this afternoon.
All right, how about a 15-lap super last chance? Honest to goodness, don't ask again. Qualifier for this afternoon's Will Kegel 200. Here's
X machine of Joe Morris. Starting in spot number 23, he is Walter's husband, maybe his brother. That's the 17H of Keith Henry. Starting in spot number 22, the 27 machine, that is George Van Arsdale. Starting in spot number 21, it is Walter the 37th, that is Walter Henry the 4th. Starting in spot number 20, a former champion of this event, driving car number 32, a former 2-time track champion, ladies and gentlemen, the Jalopy Jet, Charlie Donald. Starting in spot number 19 in the 07R, it is Gary Ronk. Starting in spot number 18 in the 777 car, it is Glenn Cargain. Starting in spot number 17, he was the Sullivan County 100 winner just 1 year ago, the 28 machine, Kevin Cargain. Starting in spot number 16, it is the 5 machine of Aiden Demrist. Starting in spot number 15, the beautifully prepared number 9G, Bob Gibson. Starting in spot number 14, a former winner of this event and former track champion, the 33 machine, it is Jammin' J. Pepin. Starting in spot number 13, it's the number 6, he's always a fan favorite, Tyler Romer. Starting in spot number 12, and the 72 machine, this is Kevin Morgan. Starting in spot number 11, a former winner of the Mikey Travers Memorial here at the Speedway, the 00, that's J.B. Morris. Your top 10, a 3-time winner of this event and former track champion, driving car number 75, it is the Intimidator, Ray Tarantino. Starting in spot number 9, a former track champion here at the Speedway. He's got the lucky penny on his dashboard. Never a winner of this event. It is the Have a Straw Hammer, Mike Vigiletti. Starting in spot number 8, it is the natural, the 1C, Danny Carlo. Starting in spot number 7, driving the 4C machine, he picked up a feature win the last night of points. It's Tommy Solerso. Starting in spot number 6, a former champion from the Accord Speedway in the SL8, it is Jaden Slate. Starting in spot number 5, probably one of the biggest cheaters ever to drive in the street stock division, it's the big boy himself, the 357, and the Bad Company Racing, it is Kyle Welsh. Starting in spot number 4, a former winner of this event, driving the 171 machine, former track champion from the Bethel and Accord Speedway, it is the Hurricane, Walt Henry. Starting in spot number 3, he is the defending champion of this event, 2-time winner and track champion from the Accord Speedway and the Orange County Fair Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, big money Bob Slate. And your front row for 25 laps of full fendered frenzy action. On the outside pole, 2025 Street Stock Champion here at the Speedway, the 191. It is Jack Beaumont. Courtesy of Sharon's Toy, he'll pick up an additional $75. And your Pole Award winner, he is a former 4-time champion of this event, multi-time track champion from here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Also the Pole Award winner, $150, courtesy of Crackers Motorsports. Ladies and gentlemen, my best friend in the entire world, it's the big man, Jimmy Marr. That is your starting lineup for 25 laps of full fender action here, Eastern States Weekend 2025. All right, race fans, we are going to get you all involved. On the count of 3, we're going to do a gentleman start your engines. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. Gentlemen, start your engines. Oh, man, good thing I run. Oh, those stairs, they get longer and longer, like all weekend. I didn't climb up here as much as Timmy did, though.
I got to be honest. I'm tired watching you walk up the stairs, and I didn't even move off my chair.
Dude, my watch just went off, man. I hit my 10,000 steps already. Like, oh, but like times 4, though.
I didn't make 10,000 steps all weekend.
Oh, my Lanta. So the biggest event here in 2025, of course, Eastern States Weekend for the full fender street stocks. Absolutely one of the best events ever to be a part of, to be in. And what a great crowd. Drive-in section is in full effect. Of course, the 200 is not going to start too much longer after this. And so you find folks, you'll have to listen to me just for a little bit while longer. But this has always been an exciting event. A lot of action. Sometimes the hunger for the win. Yeah, it makes it a little rough. So yeah, so hopefully we stay clean and green and we don't have too many severe incidents. But All right, ladies and gentlemen, as they now go 4 wide, salute to the fans. You gotta love some dropkick Murphys. Get up on your feet, wave your hat, wave your hand. 4 wide, salute to the fans, street stock style. You wanted the best? Well, you kind of got them 4 abreast. Right here at the Orange County Fair Speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, to you the fans, we appreciate you all. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for allowing us to be here. I know that this is big block modified territory, but we love being here. We love being a part of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 qualified 4 wide salute to the fans, Street Stocks.
Buddy Darren.
There you go.
You can eliminate half the field right there.
There you go. Backstretcher coming at you. We can't see you flashing the lights, but jump up and down on the roofs of your cars, especially if your mom and dad owns them and you're borrowing it. We appreciate you. Thank you for being out here. Thank you for supporting us through the 2025 season. 4 wide salute to you, the fans. We are the Street Stock Division here at the Orange County Fair Speedway.
Is that Bad Bunny?
What's that?
Is that Bad Bunny?
Dropkick Murphy.
Oh, close.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll double them up. Hey, thanks, Mike. Appreciate the assist, man. You made me look kind of professional there. They're not going to have me come back anymore. Yeah, stop that. So we're going to double them up, and we are going to go 25 laps of full fender street stock racing action. Jimmy Marr, 4-time winner of this event. That ties Al D'Antonio's 4-time record. D'Antonio has the most wins here at the Speedway, I believe, with 48, and also is a 4-time winner of this event. Jimmy Marr looking to break that record here today and win his 5th Eastern States Championship. Big Money Bob looking for number 3. Walt Henry, about 2 seasons back, had a 3-wide battle with Bob Slate, and I do believe Jack Beaumont, and Walt Henry picked up the win as well. Ray Tarantino starting a little bit deep in the field, and he's a 3-time winner of this event. But caution light has been turned out around this speedway. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your full fender division. Watch them off at turn number 4. Very slow. Oh, nope, we're not going to go green this time. Bye. I jumped the gun just a little bit, and this is why I'm up here and not out there. So, the Marshal, Kenny Marshall, gives them the white flag. We are going to go green flag racing next time by Jimmy Marr, Jack Beaumont, Big Money Bob Slate, Walt Henry. That's your top 4. Kyle Welsh, Jaden Slate, Tom Salerso, Danny Carlo, Mike Vigoletti, Ray Tarantino, J.B. Morris, Morgan, Tyler Romer, Jay Pepin, Bob Gibson, Aiden Demrist, Glenn Cargain, Kevin Cargain, Gary Rock, Charlie Donald, Walter Henry, George Van Arsdale, Keith Van Henry, Joe Morris. 24 starters, 34 signed in, 10 are on the trailer watching the action right now. Okay, caution light is now turned out around this speedway. We are set to go green flag racing, 25 laps the distance. Very slowly, they work off at turn number 4. Keep an eye on Jim Marr, Jack Beaumont. Here we come, ladies and gentlemen, out of turn number 4. It's Street Stocks! Three wide already for the number 1 spot as they worked off at turn number 2. Beaumont on the outside. Walter Henry trying to make that outside groove stick. It doesn't work that time, but Jimmy Marr is going to lead him down to turn number 1. Beaumont on the outside. Bob Slate back there in spot number 2. 25 laps is a long distance for a full fender race car here at the 5/8 hard clay, so watch them all try to settle in. Bob Slate now quickly taking over spot number 2 here for lap number 1. We make it through the first lap. We stay clean and green. Beaumont stuck on the outside. It looks like this is going to be a basement-dwelling racetrack here for the Street Stocks. Here comes Jaden Slate down to the inside for spot number 3. Kyle Welsh back there in the 357 multicolored Goober car. Holds on to spot number 5 right now. with Beaumont up on the outside. Jaden Slate testing the waters up there as well, and we've got yellow. Problems over in turn number 3. Aiden Demrist in trouble with the number 5 machine over there in turn number 3. May have got crossed up a little bit. Well, Timmy, we made one lap.
Not bad.
Yeah. Aiden Demrist, a multi-feature winner from the Accord Speedway here in 2025, really had a breakout year up there. Do believe he wound up top 5 in points. Finds himself in trouble over in turn number 3. We will rack him and restack him. So again, so $1,000 to the winner here today of the Street Stock Championship. Also with some, how do you say that? Contingency prizes? Oh, I said that right.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
there we go.
Just like a game show.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Right? Remember how many years I couldn't say Salerso?
Still can't.
I really can't, yeah.
You got a Silarusso and all
Yeah.
that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I went home and practiced that for a while.
Did you?
Yeah. So again, big thank you to our sponsors. In remembrance of Dan Maritza, Bulldog Concrete, Crackers Motorsports, our very own Rick Ryder, 8th and 15th place finishers. They are going to receive an extra $15 apiece in memory of his beautiful wife, Patty. And then, of course, Bulldog Concrete, Sharon's Toy. Thank you to Crackers Motorsports for the pull award and Sharon's Toy for the outside pull award. Appreciate that. Big Mama Motorsports, thank you so much for helping us out here this afternoon. Jay's Pool Service and Sylvan Air Motorsports. And, of course, East Coast Speed. Thank you so much for everything that you do for the full fender guys, especially here at Eastern States Weekend. We have doubled them up. We are going to go back to Green Flag Racing and also some other, in memory of Rusty Creedon. We miss you, Dad. Good luck to all race drivers, to all drivers, courtesy of Mr. Ken Reed, our racing director. And, of course, 570 Detail Pro LLC. Appreciate that. Niger Service Center throwing in some money for us. Jeffrey Little, Equitable and Advisors. Thank you so much for all that you have done for us here, 2025 Eastern States. I'll tell you, a record number of cars that pulled into the pits here this morning. 34 was the total count, 24 taking the green. 1 lap is in the books, 24 laps to go. They are doubled up over in turns number 3 and 4. The big man, Jimmy Marr, on the pole right now. Big money, Bob Slate on the outside pole. Both former winners of this event. Bob Slate, defending champion. Here we come at a turn number 4. We're going to go Green Flag Racing. Marr again down to the inside. He'll look for the number 1 spot, but keep an eye on the Slate boys. They are up in spots number 2 and 3 right now. That's Jaded. Problems maybe for Pepin in the 33 machine. He is slowing, and nope, we are going to get yellow. That'd be why he's slowing.
Funny how that works.
Okay.
Yeah, funny how that works.
Yeah. Oh, wonder if Joe Morris was in trouble. Where were you on that one, Wayne Eckerson? All right, so I think it was Francois Dubry was the reason for the caution. Well, Pepin has gone pit side with the number 33 machine. I'll tell you, back in the mid-2000s, him and his son were very tough campaigners here. I think he had 2 sons that raced with us here for a while. There's Jay Pepin Jr. and then Jay Pepin himself. So Bob Slate, defending champion of this event. Jimmy Marr has won it 4 times. Jack Beaumont has never visited Victory Lane Eastern States weekend. Came very close one. Bob Slate, all problems for the 8 machine. Big Money Bob pulls off the speedway. Well, that's a big giant shakeup for anybody who follows full-fendered racing. Problems for Bob Slate. Slate pulls off the speedway. We see the crew rushing feverishly over there. They're going to... No, they're not. All right, nobody seems to really care that Bob has just pulled in. And Bob has pulled in over behind the trailer, and it looks like it might be the end of the day for Bob Slate. There's his brother Greg. We can see him from here, looking inside the car. Well, here we come at turn number 4. We're going to go green flag racing. We are back to green flag. A single file restart, maybe problems for Walt Henry. Henry got jacked up a little bit on that start. Here comes Jaden Slate down to the inside of Jack Beaumont. It's Jimmy Marr up to the number 1 spot. Slate back in spot number 2. Beaumont sitting 3rd. Here comes Kyle Welsh. Welsh back down to the inside. He'll look for spot number... Oh, problems for Jaden Slate. Welsh get together off of turn number 4. They keep it going. They're going to walk it off, as Timmy Pitts would say, over the hedge. Walk it off, walk it off. Oh, man. That jumbles things back up. Here's Walt Henry now on the outside. Jaden Slate now trying to get around Danny Carlo. Slate and Welsh got together over there in turn number 4. That opened up the door for Tommy Salerso Jr. Tommy back now in spot number 3. And whoa, big hard contact over in turn number 3. Glenn Cargain in trouble on the backstretch. You got one up against the wall. Well, trouble for Cargain over on the backstretch right now. See if they got a replay of it. Boy, he went into that concrete wall there hard. Well, we're going to get the lineup back together. 3 laps in the books, and we warned you. So sometimes when you're a street stock racer, I think the prerequisite is leave your brain on the dashboard. I can say that. I know these guys. It's okay.
We should keep track of it.
Yeah, well, you know, that's where it is. Yeah. Tough break for Kevin Cargain. Cargain, 1 feature win in a street stock, and of course that came 1 year ago in the Sullivan 100 up at the Bethel Motor Speedway, and finds himself facing the wrong way on a one-way street on the backstretch. Oh, you know who's still out there looking pretty good after 3 laps? Charlie Donald. He had a lot of trouble here today. Donald sitting in the 11th position. He started in spot number 20. There is a $100 bonus for the Hard Charger Award, courtesy of myself. I'm not going to let one of my kids eat so that I could put that up. So they can go hungry for the day. That's all right. Mike Vigoletti back out onto the speedway. Didn't realize that he had pulled off. It looks like the lucky penny not working for Mike today. Caution light has been turned on around the speedway. We're getting set to go back to green flag racing. Here we come at turn number 4. Jack Beaumont on the outside. Jimmy Marr, that's your pole sitter. Here comes Tom Salerso. And throw in Danny Carlo. Carlo spent some time up at the Sportsman ranks a few seasons ago and got a couple of wins there in the Rookie Sportsman. He's looking pretty good on the outside. Watch Kyle Welsh now down to the inside. He was up to almost the number 2 position, got himself turned around. Welsh down to the inside. He's trying to hold on to that number 4 spot. We all stay clean and green. And then Charlie, I shouldn't have said it. I should not have said it. The Jalopy Jet spun around over turn 3 and 4. Donald may have had some help over there in 3 and 4. Charlie Donald just not having the day. And we've got the 9 machine over here in turn number 4 as well. Ooh, looks like a lot of contact. Well, that was a nice car. That's Bob Gibson.
Now a subcompact.
Yeah. That's not too bad. It's just a bumper and a fender, maybe.
Except for the bumper cutting a big hole in the right front tire right now.
Yeah, that could be a problem. Well, he's got a left front down as well.
It's matching set.
Yeah, Bob Gibson now goes behind the wall with the 9G machine. Well, boys, if you can hear me in the car, it's time to settle down. Relax. Get your nerves under control. Pay attention to something a little bit farther than the radiator cap in front of you. Because right now, you boys are not looking too good. It'll be all right. Somebody might Facebook unfriend me after that. That's all right. Jalopy Jet, Charlie Donald, well, he's back in action. Timmy, if anybody can come from the back of the pack in 21 laps, Charlie can.
Yeah, did a heck of a job qualifying that car out there. Good to see him back in action. Many times a winner, a champion here at the Speedway. Maintained that Jalopy Jet look.
Yeah. So I gave him that nickname, and he said at first I was mad about it. And then he said he just got used to it. Because then after that, I just kept calling him it.
Became a trademark.
Yeah. There you go. 4 laps are down, 21 to go. It's been in the hands of Jimmy Marr. Jack Beaumont still sitting 2nd. Tommy Salerso back there in spot number 3. Kyle Welsh is 4th. Danny Carlo 5th. Walter Henry sitting in spot number 6. Jaden Slate, well, he's going to argue that position, but I believe he may be 7th. Or, nope, make him 6th. Walt Henry 7th. Ray Tarantino 8th. Gary Ronk is 9th. Ronk also started in the 19th position. He's moved up 10 spots. The 777, that's Glenn Cargane, he's sitting in 10th. He's moved up 8 positions in the 777. Aiden Demarest in the 5. JB Morris in the 00. Caution light has been turned out around the speedway. We are doubled up. Hopefully we can get some more green flag lap action as they work off at turn number 4 very slowly. Here they come. Jimmy Marr going to lead the charge down the front straightaway. Jack Beaumont stuck on the outside. So far, so good. Marr gets a nice jump off at turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Salerso down on the inside line. Beaumont back there in spot number 3. Here comes Danny Carlo to the inside of Kyle Welsh. They both have the same guy paying the bills on those cars. Let's hope and pray they don't get together or they'll find to have to pay for things on their own. Here comes Marr down to the inside and let the car drift up to the outside just a little bit. Marr still your race leader. Tommy Salerso starting to come alive in the Solar Tire number 4 car. Here comes Tommy. Tommy down to the inside. He'll look for the number 2 spot this time by. Danny Carlo gets a little crossed up down the back straightaway. Holds on to spot number 4. Kyle Welsh back to 5th. Jaden Slate still backpedaling here this afternoon. Maybe problems for the SL8 car, or he's just being cautious. Along with the Intimidator, Ray Tarantino, all inside the top 10. Here they come off of turn number 4, almost 3 wide. Jimmy Marr still holding on to the number 1 spot. Marr one-handing it down into turn number 1. Salerso stays close, tucked in tight, right behind him, and here comes Carlo. Carlo now looking for the number 3 spot. Danny Carlo, the man on the move in the Sedata 1 Motorsports number 1 machine. Him and Beaumont get together a little bit. Beaumont goes around, Carlo's in the wall. Oh, let's hope that everybody makes it through. Oh, tough break. Danny Carlo got into the back of Jack Beaumont just a little bit. That sent Beaumont sliding. Oh, man, tough break for Jack Beaumont, 2025 track champ. Beaumont has gone behind the wall right now. Here we go. Yeah, we're watching the instant replay. Danny just lost the handle of it just a little bit. He tried to gather it up. The wheels are turned. There's no place for him to go. Danny did a really good job of keeping that thing out of the wall, but I spoke too soon on that one. But, man, what a tough break. Just hard racing, hard racing. And so Carlo now in the pit area. I think what happened was when they made a little bit of contact, Carlo with a right front flat tire. And the crew right now going over the car. They're trying to get the tire changed. Carlo was on the move, started to move into the number 3 spot. There's another great shot. I'll tell you what, man. Mike, you guys got it going on up here. This dirt track digest. I need to get back racing. Dude, back in the day, it was, Tommy Zaban would zoom in on you a little bit.
And then he had to quick draw a picture and hold it up.
Right. It was stick figures.
Hey, nothing but the best here, man. This is Eastern States.
This is great.
We got a lot.
I'm not coming here anymore. I'm just going to sit at home and watch this.
No. Come to the races, man. Do not stay home. You got to be here.
Jack Beaumont back out. You absolutely do, right? You can't be in the moment here, man, if you're sitting at home on your couch, right?
Yeah, we appreciate those watch, but
thank you.
Again, Eastern States is where it's at.
Yeah, Jack Beaumont back out onto the speedway. Danny Carlo looks like they're doing everything they can to get him pushed back out. Yeah, literally just trying to get that car fired up.
Oh, see that Carlos stopped for an ice cream by
He did.
Mr.
Yeah.
Dingling truck down there. That's the holdup right now for him coming out of the pit area.
Yeah.
What a nutty buddy.
So Carlo cannot get it fired.
His crew chief
Yeah.
is Mr. Dingling.
It's possible.
Is that a socket wrench? No, it's a nut cone.
Well, looks like that might be the end of the day for Danny Carlo. Oh, man, tough break. And Danny had a good run going here, just 6 laps in the books, 32 laps to go, or 4 hours, whichever comes first. Jimmy Marr, Tommy Slurso, Kyle Welsh back up to the number 3 position. Jaden Slate, Ray Tarantino now gracing us with his presence in the top 5. Tarantino started in the 10th position. Walt Henry started 4th, got himself sitting in 6th right now. In the 8th spot, he started 18th on the field. Could be a good candidate for our Hard Charger Award. Caution light out around the speedway. We are going to go single file. Here we come at a turn number 4. Marr with a nice jump off at turn number 4. He'll lead him down to turn number 1. Tommy Slurso still back there in spot number 2. Kyle Welsh hits 3rd. Here comes Jaden Slade up to the outside. Walt Henry on the outside of Ray Tarantino. Tarantino now inside the family portrait. Here comes Gary Ronk as well. J.B. Morris starting to come alive in the 00 car. He's on the outside of Jaden Slate. Gary Ronk a little high, wide, and handsome. Little squirrely off at turn number 4. Aiden Demarest, watch that number 5 machine using the front of that car like a battering ram down into turns number 1 and 2. Here comes Jaden Slate now. He's switched gears. He's gone down to the inside of Kyle Welsh. Slate looking to take over the number 3 spot. Multi-feature winner here from the 2025 season. Former track champ of the Accord Speedway. Slate now takes over spot number 3. Slate up to the outside of Tommy Slurso. He'll look for the number 2 spot. Watch him down at turn number 1. Jimmy Marr still holds on to the number 1 position. Slate now with a little tap of the chrome horn on the back of Slurso in the solar tire number 4 car. Welsh back to spot number 4. Tarantino sits in spot number 5. Walt Henry sitting 6th. Glenn Cargay now 7th, all the way from the 18th starting spot. J.B. Morris is sitting in spot number 8. Jaden Slate up to the outside, still making that outside groove work right now with the SL8 car. Slate holds on to spot number 2, but not by much. Tommy Slurso down to the inside. He's trying to hang on. Doesn't seem like he can get it done. Slate back up to the number 2 spot. He's going to go to work on Jimmy Marr. Marr, one hand driving through turns number 3 and 4. Very calm and collected. He's led from the drop of the green. Slate now down to the inside. He's gotten by Slurso. Lap number 10 of the books, 15 laps to go. That's a regular Saturday night feature event here for the Street Stocks. Jaden Slate now using the front bumper that he learned from his Uncle Bob. Except Jaden's not big enough if Jimmy Marr decides to knock his front teeth out. So hopefully Jaden will settle down with that, and he'll hold on to the number 2 position and try and get by him cleanly. Salerso back there in spot number 3, taking a peek down to the inside of Kyle Welsh. Here comes Ray Tarantino. Tarantino starting to come alive, and we got problems over in turn number 2. Nope, he's got to go in the right direction. That is Keith Henry. Slayton again with a nice shot on the back bumper. Here comes Tarantino down to the inside. He'll look for spot number 4 down the back straightaway. Ray Tarantino, a longtime campaigner here at the Speedway. Knows the fast way around here on this new greasy surface as he now moves into spot number 4. Tarantino leads him off at turn number 4. He now moves into the 4th position. Jaden Slate gonna start to go to work on Jimmy Marr. Watch Slate up to the outside. He'll work off the turn number 2. Salerso back there in spot number 3. Tarantino. Now Walt Henry starting to come alive back in spot number 5. The battle is on for spot number 5 between Kyle Welsh, one of the biggest cheaters here, but he'll hold on to that number 4 position. Henry back there in spot number 4. And we got trouble. We got trouble. Jaden Slate almost getting together with a lap car here on the front straightaway. That's going to box him up quite a bit. Joe Morris. Kind of missed that one there, but we heard the oohs, and that made me look over here to the left side. Morris, a lap car, almost getting in the way of the leaders. Halfway sign coming out this time by Jimmy Marr, looking to become the all-time feature winner here Eastern States weekend in the number 1 machine. This would be his 5th career Eastern States championship. Jaden Slate trying to regroup. He's just outside. He's in the 5th position right now. Salerso waiting patiently in the weeds. I don't think that number 4 car is done just yet. Problems for Gary Ronk. A lot of smoke out of the back of the 07 car. Ronk may have an expired power plant. We're going to stay clean and green. Going to try and get Ronk off the racing surface. Ronk still slowing over there in turn number 2, but we're still green. Marr, Salerso, Tarantino now in spot number 3. Slate back up to 4th. Henry is 5th. Welsh 6th. Cargain 7th. JB Morris in spot number 8. Morris is going to go around in turn number 2. JB Morris. He keeps it going in the right direction. No yellow just yet. We're going to get the 10 to go sign. Morris is slowing. JB Morris still moving over there on the back straight. And yellow. Yeah, well, you know. All right. So we are over the halfway mark. I do believe we have about 9 laps to go. So Jimmy Marr, Tom Salerso, Ray Tarantino. Tarantino's visited Victory Lane Eastern States weekend about 3 times. I do believe it's been close to 10 years since we've seen Ray at Victory Lane. And it's been about 4 or 5 seasons, I think, since we've seen Ray in Victory Lane anywhere. But obviously still showing like he's still got the, still feeling a little spry. Jaden Slate sitting 4th right now. Walt Henry is 5th. Kyle Welsh 6th. Glenn Cargain 7th. Jay Pepin is 8th. Nice rebound for Pepin. Romer is 9th. 10th is Kevin Cargain. Demarest is 11th. Walter Henry the 3rd, 4th, I don't know. He's 12th. Charlie Donald sitting 13th. George Van Ardsdale. Oh, I'm shocked he's still out there. He's sitting in 15th. And Jack Beaumont is sitting in the back of the pack right now. Here we come at turn number 4. We're going to go back to Green Flag Racing. And Tarantino gets into the back end of Salerso, gets him moved up just a little bit as they came off at turn number 4. You can see the damage on the right front fender. As Tarantino tried to use the old Intimidator move. Here comes Jaden Slate down to the inside of Tarantino. Slate looks for the number 2 spot. 3 cars dance for the number 2 position down the back straightaway. Tommy Salerso holds on to the number 2 spot. Jaden Slate down to the inside. No contact. That's great. Good job, Jaden Slate. You've learned it. And Tarantino now crossed up over in turn number 4. We've got Walt Henry in the wall. This isn't good. Anybody got to go to the bathroom? Pepin involved as well over there in turn number 4. Walt Henry won this event 2 years ago. Looks as if he will not do it today. But then again, anything's possible. At least 3 hours left in this one. So either Walt Henry is going to let somebody know he didn't appreciate that. Nope, he's going pit side right now. So Henry in the pit area. I'll tell you who I thought was going to make a hard charge back up through the field and has not, and that's Jack Beaumont in the 191 car. Let's talk about Glenn Cargeen. He started in the 18th position and now finds himself in the top 5 with the very famous 777 car that I do believe his uncle, Emerson Cargeen Sr., made very famous here at the Speedway. Emerson, second on the all-time win list, and of course he is one of the chief inspectors here for the street stocks. And Glenn started 18th in the 5th spot right now and slowly moving towards the front of the field. Here we come at turn number 4. We're going to go back to green flag racing. Marr still leads the way down there in turn number 1. Salerso gets a little crossed up. Here comes Jaden Sleet again down to the inside. Sleet now takes over the number 2 spot. Jaden Sleet has been so, oh, we got big trouble. That's B-A-D. See, I didn't take that from you.
At least you spelled it right.
That's bad. Ooh, hard contact right now. George Van Ardsdale in trouble over there in turn number 4. That is not good. Oof. I think I see George moving around inside the car. Safety crew is there to him. Van Ardsdale is out of the car. Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause. Man, what a hard hit over there in turn number 2. Oh, yeah, he's moving a little gingerly right now. That was a tough hit for George. I think he's going to go over and make sure that the kid's okay. Van Ardsdale gingerly now entering the back of the ambulance right now. And, man, what a tough hit over there in turn number 2. Oh. Here we go. We're going to watch the replay here right now. Yeah, we just caught the tail end of it. I think what happened was Walter Henry III got a little loose, nowhere to go, and George just no place to go and just kind of piled in there. Oh, man, what a hard hit. So full containment seats, Hans devices, all mandatory now in the street stocks, pretty much in anywhere you go. So thank God for all the safety equipment. And the cars, the way they build these things anymore are just so unbelievably safe. So good to see George get out of the car and walk out under his own power. And, ugh. All right, 17 laps are in the books. 25 laps is the distance. Okay, so word from Mission Control, all drivers are okay over there in turn number 2. Walter Henry III, he took a hard hit as well. Don't worry, Mardette, he's okay. He's a tough boy. So, man, what a hard hit. And there we see George's car now being pulled off. Oh. But everybody got out under their own power. Everybody is okay. So cleanup still going on over there in turn number 2 right now. We're under a red flag conditions. Is anybody watching at home, Mike? Is this live? No? Are you? Oh, man. I'm going to be super famous today. It's going to be awesome. I'm sure I will. Yeah. I'm going to need to start an Instagram account. I'm going to have like 5 followers. It's going to be awesome.
What happens when more people unfriend you than you have friends with?
It's less Christmas presents I got to buy at Christmas.
It's true.
Ah!
True.
Skyline Towing, 777, Glenn Cargane. Man, what a drive here this afternoon. Started in the 18th position. Glenn, a former standout in the pro stock ranks in the early 2000s, decided to come back street stock racing. And doing a really great job here this afternoon. Got himself in the top 5, started 18th on the field, and pretty much has just stayed out of trouble. I don't think he's passed the car. I think just everybody else is, I think attrition has really been everything. So red lights have been turned off. We are going to go back to yellow. So before anybody starts hollering and screaming why Walter was moving under red, that was his son over there in turn number 2, and I think Walt just wanted a good shot to make sure that his kid was okay. Walt, he's good to go, man. Just, yeah, that's oof. Charlie Donald in trouble here on the front stretch. There's some fluid leaking out from underneath the front end of that car. He might need a push, or he might just be letting everybody know he's just going to let it go. Just drop the green. Enduro rules. Remember that? Remember those old Neats Enduros?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I raced in one of those. I got my first top 5 in one of those.
Yeah,
Finished third.
The car is peeing.
Ain't got no gas in it. You ought not talk that way, you just a boy. He said give him a push. That's Charlie Donald. He's out of Bila Battery, Alabama. He's a wheeler. That boy's a wheeler. He could really wheel that car. He's a good driver. That's some good driver right there, I'll tell you what. You put me in that car, I'll show you some driving though, Tim.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Whether it's leaking or not.
That's why you're sitting up here this weekend.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. yeah, you're right. Tough break for the Jalopy Jet, Charlie Donald. Charlie, welcome back, man. Thanks for stopping in here Eastern States weekend, and what a tough break. Always a tough competitor, and that's going to end things for the Jalopy Jet here today. And hopefully Charlie's not too discouraged. It's been a bit of a rough day for him. And how many laps we got left? Like 37 or something? All right. Well, if you're in the bathroom, you can come back now. We're back under yellow. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing. "13 cars left of the 24 that started, and that's about right for Street Stocks Eastern States. Hopefully we're all done with tearing up equipment here this afternoon. Jimmy Marr has pretty much fended off all of the challenges from everybody to Jack Beaumont, Jaden Sleet. Kyle Welsh was up there for a second.
Can't wait to interview him in Victory Lane.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. I'm hugging him. I'm giving him a big hug.
It's your most not so favorite driver.
He's awesome.
Oh,
Listen to me. Him and I, we go way back.
Yeah, way in the backstretch.
Yeah.
A couple years back,
Absolutely.
I remember that. Yeah. He was what, on top of your car, or was it his car he was on top of? He jumped out?
I've had a lot of head injuries, man. I don't know.
Start jumping up and down on top of your car? Yeah. Letting you know you're number one.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Ah, the memories.
Out the corner of my mind, Mr. Watercolor Memories. I think we're going to go to the prom.
I'll bet.
Caution light has been turned on around this speedway. I appreciate y'all for listening, and I'm a hot mess. Yeah, very immature, poor impulse control, but it makes for a good time. Here we come at turn number 4. We're going to go back to green flag racing. By my calculations, I think we got about 8 laps left. That's a heat race. Here we come at turn number 4. Jimmy Marr back up to the number 1 spot. Tyler Romer looking to come alive for the number 5 position right now. Kyle Welsh, I don't know how he got there, but he did. Probably cheated. Watch him as the front end of that car smiles down the back straightaway in the 357 machine. Salerso still second. Jaden Slate still holding on to spot number 3. Jimmy Marr, basement dwelling. Off at turn number 4. Up to the outside, though. Here comes Salerso. Salerso going to try and find something up there in that top groove. As he's now on the outside, Jaden Slate tucking down to the inside. He's going to bring a dancing partner with him. That's Ray Tarantino. Kyle Wells settles back into spot number 5. Here comes Tyler Romer. Romer started in the 13th position, now sitting in spot number 6. Aiden Demarest is 7th. Salerso coming alive on the outside. Keep an eye on that number 4 machine. I told you he wasn't done yet. Tommy Salerso knows it's time to go racing. He's up there on the outside looking for the number 1 spot. Jaden Slate now switches lanes. Here comes Tommy Salerso up to the outside in the solar tire number 4 car. He'll settle back in right now. Jaden Slate, 3 cars. Problems for Tarantino. He's shutting down on the back straightaway. Tarantino's going to take it pit side. Marr gets a little crossed up over in turn number 4. 3 cars for the number 1 spot. Here comes Tommy Salerso. He's quickly got the number 1 spot. He's out front by just a little bit of a bumper. The Fire Chicken running really good in the number 4 car. Jaden Slate now going to go 3 wide for the number 1 position. Watch him off the back stretch with the turn number 2. I got crossed up. That's that Sullivan County education. I can't really help it. Don't know my 2s from B's. Here they go down to turn number 3. Jimmy Marr trying to hold on to the number 1 spot. They're going to get the 5 to go sign, or they already got it. I can't remember. Here they come down the front straightaway. Jaden Slate, now your new race leader. Slate comes alive in the SL8 car. Jimmy Marr down to the inside. Tommy Salerso. They have found something in that second groove. Watch the Slate boys over at turn number 2. Slate sets sail down the back straightaway. He's your new race leader. Jimmy Marr sitting second, starting to go away in that number 1 machine. Slate looking for his first Eastern States victory and to put the Slate name back in victory lane here Eastern States weekend. We are coming up on maybe 2 to go next time by. Jimmy Marr, the car starting to go away, holds on to the number 2 spot, but not by much. Tommy Salerso back there in spot number 3. Make that 2 down the back straightaway. Jimmy Marr settling back into the number 3 spot. The popsicle sticks are out. 2 more laps to go. Jaden Slate waited, and he knew when to go. On the outside, took over the number 1 spot. 2 to go, this time by Jaden Slate in the number 1 position. Salerso sits back there in spot number 2. 3rd is Jimmy Marr. 4th right now is Kyle Welsh. Here comes Aiden Demarest back there in spot number 5. He'll take over the number 4 position. The bed sheet, the white flag, one more time around. Jaden Slate, ladies and gentlemen, looking to pick up his first Eastern States Championship. Don't count out Tommy Salerso. This kid's got a no-quit attitude. Watch him down in turn number 1. Salerso down to the inside. We stay clean and green. We're going to probably see the checkered flag this time by. Slate down the backstretch using the bottom lane. Holds on to the number 1 position. He's got 2 more left-handed turns. Salerso second. Morris third. Demarest sitting 4th. Kyle Welsh. He'll go to the compound, but probably get caught cheating. He's got a big giant carburetor. Here they come off at turn number 4. Checker flag, set the fly. Ladies and gentlemen, picking up the Eastern States 25 Championship, it's Jaden Slade. Tommy Salerso is 2nd. Jimmy Marr 3rd. Demarest is 4th, and Kyle Welsh to round out your top 5. Well, once they got going, Jaden Slate was able to make a couple of moves here and there on the outside to take over the number 1 spot. Thank God. I was getting tired. Check 1, 2. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like he's made weight on the scales. So Jayden said that he's got no voice right now. He's been screaming since he took the checker. As the helmet is coming off, Mom's in there trying to help him out right now. Well, for the second year in a row, it's been a slate in victory lane, but this time it's a new one. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. He can hear you now. Jayden Slade. Oh, careful, man. I'm going to get a DUI. Jayden, I'll tell you what, man. Awesome job. You were a little antsy there in the beginning, and I did make a comment about if he pushes his luck too much, Jimmy Marr is going to take care of his front teeth for him. You settled in, you found something on that second groove, and then you pulled off the victory lane. What's going through your mind right now, brother?
If I'm being honest with you right now, I just want to thank God 1,000 times. Like you said, I spun out like 2 times. I am so thankful I saved it and didn't cut a tire. I don't know how. But, yeah, I knew if I got off tomorrow, he looked like he was tight on the low, and it just seemed like his entry wasn't there. So I knew if I took the high side and if I just didn't give it enough, didn't give it so much gas, gave it enough, I would have blown by, and that's exactly what happened.
So let me ask you this, right? You got Uncle Bob over here. Now, when you saw him pull in, what was the first thing that came to mind? Because what I thought was, well, that's another spot for me.
Yeah, no, that's what I thought, too. It definitely was another spot. But I felt bad for him. I mean, just this whole year he's been having trouble. I feel bad, but at least we got a slate in victory lane.
That's what I said earlier. I said, man, for the second year in a row, is another slate here in victory lane. I'm sure there's a ton of people you got to thank, man. Awesome, awesome job. Way to stay patient. Way to regroup. Way to get back.
Yeah, I just want to thank all my sponsors. Thank everyone that's here, everyone that supports me, Putnam Propane, Upstate Auto, Well Pump, just every single one of my sponsors, everyone that came here supports me, that loves me. I love all of you guys. Thank you guys for coming out. You guys have been amazing, too.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Eastern State Street Stock Champion, Jayden Slade. All right, so we're ready. We're going to get a few. Good Lord, man. When was the last time you took a bath?
Dusty out there.
Listen, coming home in the number 2 spot, I'm not going to lie. I had a soft spot up there in the tower for you, man. I was pulling for you. It looked like you guys were getting that outside groove working a little bit better than the coil car guys, but it looked like you made that move just a little bit too late.
A little bit. 3 and 4 is where it was at, but it's hard to see off of 4 with the sun. It was blinding till that last red flag. But 1 and 2, there's really not much of an outside.
Did you think before the start you had a shot at this one?
Not early as I did. I thought I probably could if I could pick off one here and there, work it out, and then things just fell into place, and I was sitting second.
So second place, not too shabby, man. This is one of the biggest races here. You're coming off a win. What a way to end the 2025 season. Tommy, I'm sure there's a lot of people you got to thank.
Yeah, I got to thank Solar Tire and that, Paul Doty Trucking, and that. They've been good sponsors there and that.
Well, there you have it. He comes home in the number 2 spot. Congratulations, Tommy. A drive well done. I'm sure we're going to be talking to you soon, even in Victory Lane here, Eastern States weekend. Well, I took a breath mint, right, because I said, if this guy wins, I'm kissing him, right? What's up, Jimmy? Listen, man, awesome drive, right? You stayed very, very patient. Do you think that those guys were just waiting on you? Because it looked like the car started to get a little loose on you on the end.
As the race went on, the car definitely got much looser. This car, I can't really get to work on a slick track, and we knew it was going to slick off. And I just figured, keep it on the bottom, take the preferred line, and make them go around me. And they waited to lap 21 to go around me.
But, I mean, there's a lot of money that was involved, leading so many laps, still coming home in the number 3 spot. We thought for sure that you were going to pick off, be the all-time winner here Eastern States weekend, right? Because we counted this would have been the 5th one. Yeah, that would have made you the all-time winner. But congratulations, man. It's in one piece. There's some wreck stuff out here today.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for all the sponsors and everybody that helps out and keep this track alive.
There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, coming home in the number 3 spot. He's my favorite driver. It's the big man, Jimmy Marr. So, awards, pictures, all that good stuff going on down here at the track. I'm going to send things back up to Mr. Timmy Pitts. and Mike Mallett. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me here this weekend. I appreciate it. I know I'm not as conventional as those guys are, but I hope we all had some fun. We'll see you next year.
Well, thank you there, Joel Mearns. Appreciate you, man. Good time. Here's the street stock portion of Eastern States Weekend. Draws to a close down here in Victory Square. The celebration going on after a hard-fought event here for the street stock campaigners. Took some time, but we got a great finish here. And only one thing left to do today, and that is get ready for the Eastern States 200. And that will be coming up shortly. You can see the drivers down there, everybody in their fire suits, everybody ready to go. Crews making those last-minute adjustments, last-minute changes before we bring these cars out onto the front straightaway for opening ceremonies. So the finish, once again, Jaden Slate getting the win, Tommy Salerso second, Jimmy Marr third, Aiden Demers fourth, Kyle Welch top 5.